Hello and welcome to Jokakaka. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And oh my god, we're talking about chapter 80, chapter 98.
Part 98.
Part 98 of
Chapter
JoJolion.
We're confusing everybody already.
So, I feel like I have to... We never do like a little preamble, so I'll do it. So yeah, we're Jokakaka. We are a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8 review podcast.
Among other things.
Yes, among other things. Make sure, hit that fucking like button. Oh wait, I shouldn't have cursed. You're not supposed to curse this early in the video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Comment if you're on YouTube. Let us know fun things. This is the thing you have to do now as the YouTube person, Sam. You have to like front load all these things so people remember.
I go against that. Just wait till the end and then do it.
Yeah, but the problem is everyone stops listening, so you have to tell them, remind them. All right, guys, just
I didn't say to stop listening.
Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. Follow us on all your favorite podcasting apps.
So after Jim's YouTube whoring, we're talking about Endless Calamity Part 4.
Yes, cool new JoJo logo.
Yes, JoJo logo with that chapter spread. Which
so I saw that. I think it's probably Aeon Star, because Aeon Star is always like crazy tweeting around this time, but the logo here is very similar to the Coda logo of Led Zeppelin. Like the font is a very similar style. Yeah,
because there's on the bottom of it under Engage the Enemy, there's JoJolion written out like it as well, which is
and it kind of looks like JoJolion. Instead of an O, it's a W.
Microsoft Word font that you find just by like randomly scrolling like midway through.
But yeah, this is a really cool cover page. I like seeing Doggy Style.
Snoop Dogg.
I like seeing Snoop Dogg on my JoJo cartoon.
I want an edit of Snoop Dogg's face on Doggy Style, like that blank space you have on its face. That's him smiling.
So let's actually talk about the chapter a little bit. So what do you think? What do you think of the chapter, Sam?
Crazy. I'm so happy.
That's a word for it.
The biggest pop I got was Joshu, which I'm excited.
I think that's probably going to be... I mean, I haven't really looked... We are just recording this like right as the chapter came out, so I haven't really looked at reactions yet, but I feel like everyone's going to fucking be freaking out about Joshu.
Before we started recording, pops on our Discord, I just hear Joshu Nation rise up a couple times, so... Getting a reaction. Yeah. So yeah, so let's talk. I guess start out with like the head doctor this is the preview page that everybody got. It was like the head doctor going through the glass.
Yeah, and I feel like I've always been like really afraid to look at the preview images, and then seeing that the preview image is literally the very first page, I feel like an idiot. I feel like I should have just looked at the preview image. So maybe in the future I'll look at them, but
you never know what you get. Sometimes it's not the first page like that.
Yeah, I'm just like a spoiler purist. I like to go into things with like the most clean mind. So I was trying to like do a social media blackout today.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was worried checking my phone at work would like the chapter would like shadow drop and like there'd be everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we get the head doctor being weird and then like bumping into stuff, which is like kind of funny. But going through stuff as well.
Yeah, like it took me a bit to realize what he's doing here. Like, and it's really cool. Like I love the image of him like just walking through objects but still being like reflected through them. Like the coolest is a little bit later in the chapter when he walks by the like segmented glass window and it's just like a bunch of different reflections of him. I think that's like the coolest shit.
It's the first time you get the face, the stand face in it, which I love that shot so much.
Yeah. So this is kind of a big deal. I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but this really is a very short, contained chapter. So I think it's kind of having more of a freeform discussion is better. But it looks like whenever Toru was not in control of the head doctor, that his face is now the Stan's face that we saw. Geez, what was that, like 10 chapters ago?
I think so, yeah. Or it seems like that, or at least like when it's phasing. It's weird because sometimes when it's faded through it, that's when it mainly happens. But then once he starts there and starts talking, it goes back and forth.
Yeah, it feels like there's like a moment. So we also see, so yeah, I'm sorry, my thoughts are all jumbled. We cut back to the Higashikata state right now, and we see Toru like disappears. So I think when Toru jumps into the head doctor, he just vanishes. Like he just completely goes away.
Or he like zones out at least.
Well, it looks. I mean, like the way that it's presented through Yasuo's perspective is that he literally vanished. Like he was sitting on the ledge, and then like a moment later, he's completely gone. And I actually, it's kind of funny if you go back. You can probably find the tweet. Xforts tweeted something about Crazy Train, because last time Toru was listening to Crazy Train and The Wonder of You, and my fun fan theory then, which I kind of still stick by, is that there are like two abilities here, or two stands, or whatever you want to rationalize it. The Wonder of You is the stand that like is the bumping into and like the calamity, and Crazy Train is his ability to jump back into the head doctor and like assume control. Basically, that's like my fun little fan theory.
It could not be two abilities, kind of like how like Epitaph and King Crimson, where it kind of had like two abilities and like a name for like the other ability.
Even like Kira had a bunch of like sub abilities too.
Yeah,
so.
Bites to Dust and Sheer Heart Attack, but they were like sub stands he had.
The one thing that doesn't really like. I'm sorry, what?
I said it's kind of like a sub stand like Kira.
Yeah. The one thing that doesn't really track though is normally these sub stands, like in those examples, they're all like a shared reference, but like Crazy Train and Elvis, like Black Sabbath and Elvis Presley. But I don't really know a good connection between the two of those.
I feel like the Calamity would be Crazy Train, and the Wonder of You would be the controlling of the stand.
Oh, that makes more sense. Maybe that's what I said originally. I don't know. But my idea is basically like I feel like it's pretty conspicuous that we saw Crazy Train name dropped. Like I feel like that's going to be an ability of some sort.
And I think especially with the very like the wide gap between the genres of music of what kind of rock, between like Elvis rock and Ozzy rock, is like
one might say
drastic. Metal. Yeah, like proto metal essentially. But like it's I love that how like the actual like damaging horrible part of it is like the Ozzy stuff, and then Elvis is just like the talking part. So yeah, I want to write this down because I know people probably want it. I wrote down Ray Butt.
Yes, I know exactly the panel that you're referring to. His
Duba
ass
what?
is like huge.
Duba what? Because it's like that's the word Duba next to his butt.
Duba. It's really funny. Araki loves drawing super plump asses for Rai. Like,
you know what's funny? He loved drawing dude butt, and like after reading like the recent Dr. Stone, I'm like, and he loves girl butt. So just like being this drastic, like loving a butt from one spectrum to the other.
These are the two genders: girl butt and dude butt.
Yeah, Araki butt and Boichi
butt.
Boichi butt.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to like say, like specifically, like it just was a hype chapter.
Yeah.
Head Doctor is super scary, and I just got really happy seeing Mamazuku and Josuke in the same room again. It was just like, yeah, buddies.
But I was expecting him to like talk a little bit more as well, but like he didn't really get a chance to. It was like, I thought he'd be planning. Okay, let's plan some stuff out before he gets here real quick, and it's like, nah.
Like no time. They just have like zero time for it.
I am trying to load up my tablet with the chapter, and it stopped loading. So
oof. So I think the big thing, because I mean, there's stuff that we'll definitely talk about in the second half, but early in the chapter when Mamazuku and Josuke meet up, Josuke has like a very strong plan. Like he's very confident in this plan. And I'm not entirely sure what the plan is.
He explained it. He has bubbles. That's all he needs. What the bubbles do, like, whatever he needs them to do.
Yeah, that's because when I saw that, I got really excited. And unfortunately, we didn't really see like a climax here or like anything come to fruition. But I was like, are we going to see the return of Plunder? Is Plunder going to come back? Is he going to steal the friction from the floor like he did like in literally chapter 1?
Like before I realized he stopped him, he stopped in the wall. I was like, did he just like remove something from the wall to trap him in there so he can talk to him? That the stand couldn't travel through or something? That he figured out how it moves through walls? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like, because I was trying to use the big brain and think about what kind of like traits could he use plunder on to like advantage him here? And I think the only thing would be like what he did with the Ojiro, where he stole. He took the friction out off the floor.
I think manga decks went down. At least for me.
Not for me.
Damn it! All right.
I'll be your guiding. You can be Virgil, the blind poet, and I'll be Virgil's son that guides him.
I'll be Nero.
No.
Not that Virgil.
No. Oh wait, no. I'm talking about Sam. Your small brain using video game references.
Big brain
I'm
is
using my big brain. Roman Greek references, but actually I don't think Virgil is blind. I think I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of fun other Greek characters. This is a bad tangent.
Virgil is very motivated, okay? And Nero is not dead weight. I am not dead weight to this podcast, so fuck you.
When I said Virgil said Nero, I was like, oh, you're thinking of like the Roman.
No, I'm thinking
like
Devil May Cry, you fucking small brained.
Why?
Greek,
No.
Greek lore.
Greco-Roman Jojo Brony.
Yeah, Greco Brony.
I do need to know if Virgil the poet was blind.
I don't
His
know.
father was
That's not
blind.
important.
There we go. Okay, that's all I need.
It's not Devil May Cry lore, so why do I care?
We are diametrically opposed, Sam. One of us cares about Devil May Cry, the other one does not.
One of us has cosplayed for Devil May Cry, and one of us has not.
Have you even played Devil May Cry 1? Because I have.
Have you
get wrecked.
Have you played Devil May Cry 4? Because I have. Have you played
Why
Devil May
would
Cry
I play
5?
4 if I haven't beaten
have you
1
played,
first?
Have you played DMC Devil May Cry? I have.
No. Okay, so Head Doctor.
I gotta open again. So Head Doctor, they meet up, and then it cuts back to Toru, like we said earlier, where he says, what's it called? I didn't expect them to have the fruit, that all that stuff.
Oh yeah, so Toru being aware of Jobin is like something that at first I was like, oh wow, but then in hindsight it's like, oh well no, but Jobin has been working with the fruit smuggler, so.
But I don't think if he worked as fruit smuggler, I don't think he still didn't know. I think at least of the doctors or the head doctor at all. Still.
Well, I mean, Toru clearly knows who he is.
Yeah, he knows who he is because he's a big villain. He has to know everything. And essentially kind of being, I guess, the leader of the doctor, since he's the head doctor, technically.
But I think to me, it just makes sense that he would be aware of Jobin, because he probably has ties with the fruit trade. And,
well, Hishikawa's also probably very well known in the community, so, like, he definitely knows who Jobin is. So, yeah, and then he also knows that the fruit's in the garage. But he doesn't go get it, though. He kind of goes away. I think he's going over the wall in the he's going over the wall in the panel where like he's over Yasho. He's like going back up the ledge, it looks like. Do you see that?
Yeah, he does crawl. Okay, yeah, he is crawling up there. So maybe I'm wrong about him like totally vanishing, but
he essentially like slowly like faded back into the woods. So yeah, now then we get back to the boys. Another shot of Ray butt.
No, wait, sorry. One thing I do want to point out is Yasuo does not realize that Toru is nearby.
No, she's still crumbling.
Yeah, she knows that there was someone there, but she doesn't identify him.
Yeah, she's assuming it's Toru, but... So the one thing I wrote, it said, Gabby says he's going to kill the stand and he knows there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know.
And we know that because Ray said it's a long-range tracking stand, but if it's like Black Sabbath, if it's like, if it's Crazy Train, then it won't affect the user, but, rules are a whole thing in this, so who knows?
Whoa, that's actually a really good connection. Like, Black Sabbath and Crazy Train. Like, if this is Crazy Train, if we're calling this ability Crazy Train, that's a fun connection.
Yeah, especially since he's like is it the secret mob boss? Or a secret fruit smuggler leader.
And one thing I do want to point out, though, which I think is really cool, you mentioned how when the head doctor was approaching, he had like the stand, he had like the head doctor's visage, whatever his face, but he also had like the stand face too. Yeah. And it also like seamlessly works with his monocle. I thought that was really cool and clever, and I also feel stupid that I didn't like notice that before.
Also, so he basically also puts like a whole, what's it called? Like there's like, more stakes to this because he says he'll probably finish off Holly as soon as he gets the chance to. So like Gappy has to finish him here and now. Like he can't let him, like if he dies, Holly's screwed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he had that as well. So yeah, he understand that stand ability and its goal. And he's going to kill the stand directly, which I still gotta wonder how. But Bubbles. But I love him coming out of the wall and just sitting in the wall. Though it's like one of my favorite images, just him sitting in a wall. And
it's really cool. He's literally clipping. He's literally clipping through the wall.
He activated no clip. And
one thing that I just thought about now is like, so we saw that Toru was able to use the head doctor's ability to kill Jobin, and then like simultaneously he's able to use the head doctor's ability again in like a totally different location, like several miles away.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he could just like remove the head doctor, like say that Gappy was really close to killing the head doctor. I wonder if he could just recall him.
So if you go back, like the first times they start chasing the head doctor, I think it's like the same thing to do with how far away he is. Because up close, I felt like he can control it and make it go faster or go around at the fact. Because he was able to beat the head doctor to Gappy for being like the same spot he was in. So I'm thinking like the farther away he is, the slower it walks.
Maybe.
And since he's closer, he can have like better control over it and doesn't have to like take the remote control off.
Yeah, and that actually does track too, because remember the very first time that we see Toru and the head doctor together, and when they were chasing after the head doctor, he was moving like incredibly quick, and for an 89-year-old to move that quickly.
Yeah, exactly. The meme has a purpose.
It actually kind of does. That's interesting. I wonder if that will come into play, because it did seem kind of easy for Rai to get to Josuke first, even though he was like, the head doctor was going like in a straight line. He was taking like the path of least resistance.
Yeah, well, other than just bumping into stuff, then forcibly phasing through it, or...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, instead of walking around something, he's able to just walk through it. So he's like theoretically saving time.
He's not really like, controlling where it's going like he probably could if he was closer to make it look like he was going like a normal pathway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's an interesting idea too.
Also, that's the idea that fucking Toru took a picture with his stand like that is hilarious to think about.
That is really funny. I didn't even think about that.
Like he had all these photos, and I was thinking like he has to do something because he had the picture of Yasho, and like people think like her mind got like tricked to thinking that she dated Toru, and I've seen that theory
Well, I mean, so not to jump ahead too much, maybe this is a good segue actually, but he definitely has like connections to rock animals, so
rock insects.
And rock insects in particular. We know the hair clip was used that was used against Yasuho to like implant false memories. So it wouldn't be totally out of the realm of belief that he used the hair clip to make Yasuho think that they were in a relationship when he only never really existed.
But he did get a picture somehow with her and him in swimsuits, maybe. Let's say Photoshop that as well, since he's like a master. He also has the stand ability to like alter pictures to be super believable, like the super Photoshop.
What if the reveal to that was like we see the original picture, and instead of Toru's face, it was Joshu?
It was the head doctor, like as Yasho with the face, like because he could change the face to his stand, so it made it. That maybe he could have his stand could change the face to whatever he wants it. Maybe.
Who is that? Tsurugi?
We don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Tsurugi's actually been the puppet master, pulling all the strings.
No, we don't need to go into Tsurugi as main villain again.
No, I'm joking. I'm clearly joking. But also, there were so many absences in this chapter that I was like, damn, still no Kyo, damn, still no Kato, like, damn.
I know. But yeah, so many bubbles just flying around when the head doctor comes in there. He just stops. Just one step and he stops. Because there's just so many fucking bubbles.
So we already talked about this. We don't need to harp on this.
I know.
Like, I still don't know what Josuke's plan is here.
Like, and there's so many that like anywhere it goes, you could probably pop into it. But like, what? I'm just thinking, what could it possibly be like? I took away the idea of pursuing. You don't know. Or maybe take away his sight, maybe, so he can't see if they're pursuing or not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's another thing we've seen Josuke do before.
I don't know.
So here's my fan theory. So remember in the Ozone Baby fight when Josuke put a bunch of bubbles inside one bubble to make poor Tom think that something was in the bubble, but it actually was literally nothing in the bubble.
To make two giant soap bubbles.
So what if there is literally no plan? What if Josuke's plan is literally like Jojo from the Derby gambler fight, where it's like, oh, I just didn't actually have a plan. I was
bluffing.
just gonna intimidate him. Yeah, I'm just gonna bluff until.
Could. I don't think you can do that twice in a row now.
Hey, I don't know. Josuke is a fucking mold breaker. He does whatever he fucking wants.
I don't. Maybe I remove Calamity from the room.
Yeah. Maybe he could remove chaos.
I remove bad luck, or
oh no, maybe he's gonna remove entropy.
I remove
because then it would stop calamity and chaos from happening.
I use it on both of us to remove the idea of pursuing. We're just defending ourselves. We're not pursuing. I don't know. So yeah, then we get the best scene. So she hears him going back into the shrubs. I think that's definitely what she heard. And she turned around. She sees the absolute redemption arc of the Chad Joshu, and I'm so happy.
So good. I love he's crying too. Like, oh, Joshu is like, this is tearing him up, but he is walking the righteous path. Joshu is, he's fucking doing what we want him to do.
And then the line, Yasho, I'm gonna help you. I knew you'd come here. He's gonna repair the arm with the nut.
No, he's gonna.
We're getting the 7-page nut. We're going to chapter 100. It's gonna be the 100-page nut. Actually,
this is a real interesting position for Toru because he is kind of boned. Like he is either gonna have to fight Josuke and Mamazuku, or if he goes back to his like other plan, he's gonna have to fight. What's his face? Joshu. But like, also doesn't. So he says, "I'm gonna help you." So, and he's also holding the fruit. So, do you think he's gonna feed her the fruit?
He could. He honestly could. He could just nut the arm back on.
Where he doesn't have the arm though.
I don't know. Find it.
He's like, hey, Yasuo, where did you drop your arm?
I mean, she didn't crawl very far.
So I think she has actually crawled a decent chunk because she like rolled down a hill.
It's gonna be pretty obvious to find a fucking arm in a trail, and probably a trail of crumbs of Yasho crumbs.
What if Toru stole the arm though? He's pulling Akira.
Kyo has the arm, or Kaito has the arm. I don't know. It'd be so cool. Yeah. I'm excited for this. Hopefully the face turn. We know Joshu was going to be fine from what we've seen at the 2 minutes before harvest.
Yeah, I feel like Joshu this is his face turn here. Like
he has to.
He is. I don't know what more we could ask for. Like he already saved Yasuo once by kicking the phone, and now he's like doubling down and just. He's
trying to make up for all his past sexual assaults against Yasuo by like trying to like save her now. So.
Good. We stand Joshu. He learns from his mistakes and he learns that he must respect women.
Yeah. He must respect women's ultimate like lesson. So yeah, then we cut. That's the end of them, and we just with the head doctor whose head switches back and forth a lot, but he really likes the "Who's going to pursue me first? Are you pursuing me now?" Like that very smugness, but. The whole art of him in the walls, like I love it. I just pictured in my head like animated already.
It's really cool.
So I also can see the bubbles coming. It looks like they're coming out of a vent in like one shot. So they're like literally everywhere.
I think we should talk about the other important thing in this chapter, the bug creature.
Yeah. So it's like it looks like a roll of like I thought it was like a bunch of like popsicle sticks or like wooden blocks.
It definitely looks like popsicle sticks.
But it comes like a bunch of like logs. It's like something like a craft, like a product that you would get that like at like a toy center store to like build like a bunch of pulleys and wood to make like a simple like pulley trap.
Exactly.
Pulleys 101. But it works like a wrecking ball kind of thing with the other blocks.
Well,
From
it
what I've seen.
also it like melds into the floor.
Yeah,
Like
it had like beetle legs or gross like deformed like bug legs. From what
so
we
it,
see when
it
you put
like
them in there.
completely meshes with the floor. It's not like digging under it. It's like becoming a part of the floor.
Yeah, the
And
wood.
yeah, it forms a rudimentary. Is it a trebuchet or is it just? It is just a wrecking ball, right?
It
Like
works like a wrecking ball where it just swings it around to like attack them, and it has a name.
D do do D da da da. I
No,
meant to
no,
look
man, it's
that
doo doo
up.
bop beep boo bop. Beep.
I meant to look that up.
But yeah, and it has like the thing that looks like the pulley like part that would like wind up like a string or whatever. It's like the bug itself, like a major part of the bug. If you saw that, like
Wait, sorry, what?
I said, there's like a part of like the bug where it looks like the thing that would like wind up the rope is like looks like the bug
Oh yeah, yeah,
like a bug beat part.
yeah. Really cool. I like I love the kind of weird like meshing of organic and mechanical things. So this is a really cool design for me.
Especially the rock animals are like this a lot. Like
So sorry, I found out D do do D do do D da da is a song by the Police, which I had never heard before.
I believe it. That sounds like a police song.
It apparently is.
Beep boop boop bop boop beep.
From the album Zenyatta Mondada.
Oh, I know that reference.
I love Overwatch. I don't actually.
No, I'm pretty sure that the dub of part 3, Oingo Boingo, or like Zenyatta and
They used that as the names.
yeah, instead of Oingo Boingo.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really clever. I never realized that until just now.
they got rid of one reference to another reference.
I think it's so funny when they do that. It's just like, what? I mean, like, good. It's funny. Like, Jay Giles, centerfold, hilarious. But, like, are you just in more legal trouble for doing this?
I guess Oingo Boingo care more than the police.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe Sting's a huge fan of JoJo. I don't know. So
yeah, Gappy gets hurt from this.
Also, poor Wu. If Wu ever like came back from a piece of dust, like reassembled, he comes back to his lab and just sees it completely like fucking smashed and like the floor like torn off and everything.
I like to imagine that they just never cleaned him up because it was like medical grade glue, so it's just really hard to clean. So there's just like a glom of him on the ground.
I meant some like, ugly child like picked it up and like took it home with them. Like some weird man, dust man, like in glue. So yeah, they just punched this bug thing, and yeah, it's like their main fight. 'Cause I guess the head doctor can't get there, but yeah, it's just so cool. It just like its ability can just like manipulate the ground or whatever it's attached to. And I hope we find out more about these rock insects, and where they come from. But do you think we'll find out about bug insects? Or bug
Bug insects.
You called him a rock insect.
Yeah, you called it bug insects.
I know I did. It's fucking 12. It's 1 a.m. right now, so fuck you.
No excuses.
Fuck you.
For saying funny words.
Let's get a good aura splash.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. So first off, I just want to say, like, do we really need to know more about the rock animals? Like, I feel like this is not something that does not need to be explained.
But where do they get them from?
I don't know, wherever the rock humans come from.
They have one at the tank.
Yeah, he's a fucking
one at the hair clip.
Yeah, I mean,
one that's a literal bug that goes into the floor and combine. Unless they work like it's a small thing and then they put it into something else and that's what it melds into and like that's the rock animal. Like they have to combine. It's like a weird proto fusion they were working on or something.
Yeah, or it's like Transformers rules where they just look like a weird robot and then they see a thing and they are able to like change their body structure to like resemble it perfectly.
They like take a picture of it with a head camera and that's like, oh yeah, we can do it now.
Yeah, just because you know how when you look at something on the outside, you know how it works on the inside.
Yeah, and then you could have like, you know how like the inner workings, you know, you have like seats and everything, so you can have a human that's like you never met before fitting perfectly inside you.
Oh, also, Sam, I have an answer for your question. The head doctor says, you know that there are quite a lot of undiscovered insects to be found in nature, so it's just an undiscovered insect.
So rock insects are just undiscovered insects, like...
Yeah.
He found it. He found it in the Amazon rainforest, deep in there. That's not discovered.
So I think the other thing that we would be remiss if we didn't mention is some of the soap bubbles did attack. They did make contact with the the bug animal, as we're gonna call him now.
The bug animal.
The popsicle stick bug.
Yeah.
Or no, he has a name. His name is Deedoo dot beep boop bop beep boop bop.
Yeah, that like, I don't know. He also like managed to phase the bug in his wrapper like into the wall as well. So
I don't know,
his stand wasn't dressed in the staircase, was it?
Wait, what? What stand?
The whatever the crazy train stand is wasn't dressed inside the stairwell. It was like completely nude inside there and the Lamborghini.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess.
And we also have the fact that Jobin never sees it too, so it still has a weird.
Yeah, the fact that Jobin never saw it is like a real big thing for me.
That's how somehow Gabby figured it out that way, like that other people can't see it.
But I don't know when he would have.
I don't know either.
Been able to make that connection, because the only times he ever saw the head doctor were,
in the lobby,
the Lamborghini, and. That's it, right? I don't remember him seeing him during the Holly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Unless he saw like something like, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, yeah, no, he didn't, because the head doctor wasn't aware of where Josuke was. Or Toru, or whatever. It's really weird referring to these characters, because I guess they are just the same person. I guess it is just Toru now.
It's just easier to refer to the head doctor until we get like the official name of his stand.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because it could be the Wonder Review. It could also be Crazy Train.
Yeah, you don't know.
Wonder Review seems more likely, since it's what the arc back in the, what was that, the 80s was named. And by 80s, I mean JoJo chapter 80s.
I believe so, yes.
84 to 80...
It was 11 parts.
Oh, wait, no.
It was
84 to 94 is called the Wonder Review.
But it wasn't called that until later on, right?
Yeah, it was renamed. I think before it was called like
Endless
Epic Funny Thing.
Something Pursuit.
Yeah.
So Epic Pursuit.
Epic Pursuit. It was called Epic Pursuit.
Because we're known for our memories. So and it ends with just like them saying he doesn't, basically figuring out that he doesn't know where the new fruit is or the branch. Which is...
Yeah, so... Yeah. Josuke kind of, like... He baits a little information out of him.
Also, this Ray does not question, like, the stones on his eyes that much. At all.
He doesn't have time.
No time. Oh, like, I like the new look.
Things are too intense to...
What happened to you? Like, oh, yeah, I hid inside some guy who killed someone while he was being rushed to the hospital after I made him stab himself. How about you? Nothing much. All he has is a stone on his eyes. But, I love it. Now they probe each other's intentions.
So, this is kind of... I want to make a fun Part 7 connection here. So, one thing that I always think about from Part 7 is the Funny Valentine... methodology, or his whatever ideology of taking the napkin, because the first one that takes the napkin dictates what all the other actions that are going to be taken. Mm-hmm. So right now is kind of like a who's going to take the napkin moment. Like, is Josuke going to be the one to make a move, or
who's
going
to take the fruit?
Wait, what?
Who's going to take the fruit?
Who's going to take the fruit?
Who's going to take the branch? But
yeah, it is funny that Josuke is still like talking about the branch, because it feels like the branch is not even like what we're concerned about, since we know that there's like fruit that's almost there, and also it's not a branch anymore. It's like it's become grafted into this weird cactus monster.
Yeah, it's bizarre fruit. But like, so basically, we figured out what the head doctor stuff now is. Basically, other than just how he's going to defeat it, or like the secret to it. That's pretty much it. Maybe some other minor things, but like, so now Toru's like the only big thing we have left now going between these two, which I'm excited to see, and I'm guessing we're gonna get that between him and Yasho and Joshu there being like the one that's a fight for her, since she can't literally get up.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm really anticipating next chapter. I hope it begins with because it looks like, going back to the something I said earlier, is it seems like whenever the head doctor, it's whenever it looks like the head doctor is like his normal face, that's when Toru seems to be there. And whenever it's just the stand itself, like working on autopilot, it's like what the stand looks like. And that also kind of fits with the last chapter with Pangea Land, when Pangea Land's face, when he entered the room, the head doctor's face was like against the wall and you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So here we see that the head doctor is he has the stand's face. So we can make the assumption that Toru is not directly controlling him.
Yeah. We also can pretty much confirm. I think we can kind of. I'm actually 100% confirmed, but Toru can't call it back anytime he wants, I think, because he kind of left it at the hospital. And I felt like if he wanted to, he probably could recall it back to him, and then, like, instead of leaving it at the hospital to, like, for the Pangea Land to just walk into his office out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. So what Toru's doing here as the head doctor is he came up with like a quick distraction so that he could jump back to the estate by putting this insect down, and he's able to
Escape.
Release control. And then we do see him talking with the stand's face, but I feel like him not responding there is kind of like a tell that Toru might be doing something at the estate. Like, now that he knows that, or he has to see that Joshu has the fruit, he's going to have to do something about Joshu.
He's in the bushes.
Yeah, but I guess we don't know if he knows. But if he just peeks his head out of the bushes, he'll see Joshu is holding the fruit right there. So
he could be too concentrated on Josuke, since they're like, he's up to something. He's kind of pinned down there with a stand. And so who knows? We have to find out. Hopefully, I'm gonna bet we're gonna get we're not gonna get the major thing until chapter 100 has to be the big thing. I'm assuming, right?
Damn, it's gonna be crazy. That's only in 2 months.
I know.
Exactly,
Crazy.
2 months from now.
So, I guess any kind of predictions you got or theories going into this that you thought of?
Not really. Besides all the stuff I've already said, it's just like I want to know what Josuke's plan is here.
Man, I really want a family style beatdown on Toru, or a family kind of all come together and
Well, we need Jobin to get up first from his fake death.
I still think Kaito is something to do to save him, to save Jobin.
Yeah, I like the idea of Kato being hidden on his person. I think I said this in our Jokakaka that we did with Mastermind.
Yeah.
Where I think I said it'd be really funny if Kato hid herself in a playing card and put it on in Jobin's pocket and could just jump out at any time and surprise.
he just fell over though.
Yeah, I feel like she probably would have already jumped out if that was the
second time he fell to the ground bleeding but didn't really.
Yeah.
But
damn, I want to see more Jobin. I was a little sad that we didn't see any Jobin this chapter because he's probably one of my favorites.
Basically, Joshu saw his corpse, so
yeah. And so Joshu sees his corpse and decides to run out and go to Yasuo, but we also so the fruit isn't ready yet.
Well, he probably went to the garage with the cameras are and saw Yasuo out there. So and then went out there to go help her. Even though Jobin told him not to, or threatened him not to.
Yeah, but so he grabbed the fruit, and it looks like the fruit, all the because there's pretty much 2 fruit plants that are actually, there's one that's a really big and there's a smaller one. It looks like they're both still there, so they need to be on the branch to ripen.
Question: when the harvest was 2 minutes, did Tsurugi have the fruit, or was he looking at the fruit when that happened?
No, all we saw was Tsurugi with a corpse in a body bag.
Okay, so we technically don't know what happens to the fruit.
No, we do not.
That interesting.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot we That still needs to happen, man.
It's fun. The mystery's still there. That's why I feel like JoJolion's not really going to end anytime soon. Like,
This is the
there's
best
too many
part
things.
to be reading monthly because, like, I feel like it's just like this is having these mysteries and having like just seeing all these people having discussions about it. Like, it's super fun. Where if you feel like I think about like other parts, like reading it weekly, like, would you really have this feeling?
It is a ton of fun.
I think the most like suspenseful thing would probably be like the whole Kira end part, cause like the whole bites to dust part would just literally make me so like I have to wait like I know that's when it was weekly, like I have to wait a week, but imagine that like waiting a month to find out like, oh no, Rohan just blew up.
Yeah, I think this is probably on par with the like Who Shot Johnny Joestar. Like reading that monthly must have been like arduous.
Who exploded Joe
But yeah, no, you're right though. It is such a fun time to reading. I know we started this podcast like 3 years ago. Oh my god, wait, I wanted to check.
Urban Gorilla and
I think this is actually our 3-year anniversary, Sam.
We started in the 60s, I think 68 or 69.
Yeah, wait, let me check right now.
Or 60.
Jokakaka.
Great podcast.
Yeah, I hate it actually. But we started doing Jokakaka like in the summer, and I think it was in this June month. Give me a sec. Sorry.
And think that's when you got caught up, and I've been reading that like since like chapter 40 or like the 40s, I think. That's when I got caught up.
Okay, no, I'm wrong. So we're approaching our 3rd anniversary. Our first real episode was in August. So all you Jokaks out there, get ready for Jokaks. Get ready for the 3rd anniversary of Jokakaka in August.
We are not calling them that.
You can call them whatever you want.
So August, so it is June. So I mean, the chapter 100 would probably be the 3-year anniversary.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Unless Araki, could you imagine if 99 Araki's just like, hey, yeah, guys, I'm doing a hiatus real quick.
Fuck. Diesel issue 2. Come on, then. For
oh my god! I can't believe that the 3rd anniversary of Jokakaka is issue 100 of JoJolion.
Araki's like, I'm taking a hiatus to do a chapter of Diesel. 2nd chapter of Diesel, so
I would be more down for that than actual JoJolion TBH.
The crossover. It's like the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles handshaking. See Diesel and Jotaro together. So
yeah.
Anything else you want? And
I do kind of want to do a little side tangent because
this is the perfect place for it.
It is a perfect place for it, and it's also kind of relevant. So we see JoJolion is a lot about like fruit and like growing fruit.
Yes.
And do you know who else has been growing fruit?
Oh boy, I wonder who. Someone named Jimmy, I'm thinking.
I've dove headfirst into gardening this summer, and I've got like raised beds. I'm growing tomato plants. I bought some blueberry bushes, and just a few days ago, my tomato plant just started to produce its first fruit. I'm so excited, Sam.
I'm so excited for you to go through Equivalent Exchange.
I know. I was actually thinking, if there's interest for it, maybe I'll do it. I was thinking of doing like a Higashikata estate, but it's actually my house garden vlog where I go through my garden and show all of my fun plants I've been growing.
Hey man, if you want to do, if you go for it, I'm not gonna stop you.
Saying this out loud, I'm regretting it. Actually, I feel like it's a terrible idea.
I'm not gonna get in a car, drive to your house, and just like slap you in the face and say, "No, you shouldn't do that." Slap the camera, knock over your plants.
No, but I need you to film me so I can do it.
Yeah, my shaky ass hands.
But yeah, so I've been relating hard into gardening with JoJolion, and I love it. It's just funny, like, I did learn about grafting through JoJolion. I'd never heard about that before, like grafting a branch onto a tree.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. The weird world of gardening that Rocky randomly got into to throw into this part of JoJo.
I mean, horticulture is very fascinating. I could talk about it for a long time.
That's for a different podcast, but not me on it.
No, Sam, I'm going to green pill you on gardening.
Just replace me with a soundboard. It'll be just the same.
No, but dude, for real though, I'm so excited for my first harvest.
Or
Hashtag harvest.
I'll record myself playing Stardew while you talk about it.
Honestly, though, playing Stardew, like this is like I'm playing Stardew in real life, and I'm getting the same satisfaction.
I'm not eating tree sap or like making pickled hops or.
No, I'm growing. But it's funny though, because Stardew kind of lies about what things you grow in each season. Because like tomato plants can actually fruit, I think, all the way until the frost.
Nothing
so, like,
grows in winter.
Well, that's not even entirely true though, because like
I know.
you can actually grow this shit in winter.
I know you can.
But in the game, obviously, they incentivize you to do to embrace the other mechanics. But yeah, this is a fun conversation. On
You
our
telling
JoJo
me
podcast.
I can't respawn infinite diamonds by putting a diamond into like a machine?
a gem creator.
An infinite diamond maker.
No, unfortunately not.
A true diamond is unbreakable.
Yeah. Oh, so I do have another thing I wanted to kind of bring up. So last month we did a Jokakaka, which is what the official name is for them. Anytime we have a guest on, we want to call it a Jokakaka. So the idea is that we want to do like a Jokakaka after every JoJolion chapter to come out. So please, if you have any people you'd like to recommend us,
You should make a Twitter question too, to like, comment on there as well as this video.
For what? For looking for guests or?
Yeah, just like who would you like to see?
That's a good idea. Yeah. So
that kind of stuff.
We've done a few collab videos before, so we
Check
have
them out.
Yeah, check those out. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And we totally want to have those guests on again if they're willing, of course.
All very cool people you should check out.
Yeah, let us know, because in my mind, I also would like to do things that aren't like explicitly JoJo related, like other areas of interest, like maybe gardening. No, I'm kidding, Sam. I wouldn't do that to you. But like other video games and shit that we'd like to talk about with our.
I hope you know, I just mega rolled my eyes so hard.
Well, I couldn't tell.
I literally had like brain shut down to roll my eyes behind my head, like I'm the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're rolling them out. We'll have some ideas going.
Roll them out. Roll them out, baby.
Anything else? We'll kind of get to the plugging part. We just did a lot of plugging there.
Can I get to the pluggies, please?
You're calling it the pluggies.
The pluggies. I don't think I have anything else to really talk about. Just like.
Definitely leave comments about your theories or the stuff tidbits we got wrong. Who knows?
Comment of the week. What do you think Josuke's plan is? Do you think he is going to bring back plunder, or do you think it's just like,
what will
I'm
he
going to
plunder?
make the head doctor so soapy that he can't touch me?
Does it have to do with the strings that are in the bubbles?
Well, that was something that I did want to bring up, but I forgot to mention.
Is he gonna bubble up Ray slowly to put all his like rope string part of him in the bubbles?
Maybe. So Josuke does make a reference to it. I can't find it right now, but he does make a reference saying that his bubbles spin, which I was like, is he aware? Does he know the chords? Also, sorry, another thing I just noticed, the noise sound effect when the insect bug is constructing itself, it says ween, 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 and it just made me think of the band Ween.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know Ween, Ocean Man.
Oh, that one. Okay, I don't know the thing. I just know Ocean Man for being Ocean Man.
Wait, did they make Ocean Man, or is it the Flaming Lips?
I don't
Am I going to
know.
sound stupid?
Flaming Lips. I don't think the Flaming Lips did Ocean Man.
I think it's Ween. It is Ween, yeah.
I was like, I don't think the Flaming Lips would do Ocean Man. I think like, it wouldn't be a meme if it was Flaming Lips.
The problem, here's the connection my brain made. The Flaming Lips also did a song for the SpongeBob movie.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. But the
think.
first SpongeBob
That's so
movie?
crazy. Yeah, well, that's the only fucking one I've seen. Why would I see any of the other
I don't
SpongeBob
know.
movies?
There's a couple SpongeBob movies that don't know, like, if it's the David Hasselhoff one or the other one that no one cares about.
I think there's only two, actually. And yeah, there's the David Hasselhoff one, and there's the other one that no one cares about.
Yeah. So, yeah. Definitely hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow Jokakaka on Twitter and each of us separately as well. Definitely
Check our links in the description.
Yes, check out, like we said, our Brokakas to get an idea of like what those kind of videos we want to do more of. We have other videos like Hunter x Hunter and all that stuff, and of course the hit comic Diesel. I'm going to keep pushing that.
You don't need to.
I don't. We had over 100,000 views.
It does.
Also, I am forgetting something I don't want to forget, but too late.
Awesome. Fucking awesome. Check out my other podcast, The Crystal Men, which is a Steven Universe rewatch podcast I'm doing with my other friend, who is not Sam.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Join the Discord if you haven't to chat about the recent chapter and among other things. Pretty social people on there. Pretty cool people.
Yeah, some pretty fun peeps chatting about JoJolion, posting those spoilers, even though I say keep them in the spoiler chat, please.
And Jim just has to stare at him disappointingly.
Yeah.
So you two can get stared at disappointingly by Jim if you join. And I think that's it, right?
That's all I got.
I think so. Before Discord's starting to crap out, so it's the perfect time to end.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Jim.
I'm Sam. I'll see you in chapter 99.
Bye.
Bye-bye.